While we're on the topic of martyring children, it's still a thing to cut the genitals of infants. This is still a thing we do. Fuck, not we. This is still a thing that humans do. I always say we just because I believe in humanity, man. But I know damn well this is one of the this is one of the fucking cherries on the shit cake. I can't describe how just the violent amount of anger I feel every time I hear about female genital mutilation. I cannot describe, it's almost like it is really a supernatural level of anger. How fucking horrid. I mean, it's good that we've mostly come to the acceptance that it is a disgusting practice. But why don't we feel the same way about male circumcision? I can actually answer that myself. Female genital mutilation is degrees of magnitude worse. Because with male circumcision, they remove the foreskin. But female circumcision? In fact, I'll link a resource below. You can see it for yourself if you're brave enough. I can summarize it in that there's 4 different types of female genital mutilation. I'll let you use your own imagination as to what it is they be cutting. And yes, it is that. But what the fuck? To what end can we continue to justify the brutality? From the moment the child is out of the womb, yeah, his foreskin's about 8 days old. He won't need that. He won't mind. And they do feel pain, by the way. I can't remember if they use anesthetic on the baby, on the newborn fucking baby, when they're cutting their foreskin off. And to what end? How the fuck can people bring up the Catholic Church and its child abuse, and in the same breath they circumcised their kids when they were literal infants? Okay, I can probably speak to my experience because where I'm from, it's generally a pretty big age milestone. Around the ages of 12, 10, I think 12, 11, 12, though I had mine done when I was 16. I had it done with my younger brother as well. He was 12. The operation wasn't even traumatic because they had the anesthetic and they were preventing me from seeing it. It wasn't that was traumatic to me. It was the fact that grown fucking adults, women and men, sat around me and my younger brother discussing how they wanted to cut off our fucking foreskins to make us into men. To make us into men, you had to get somebody to come and cut my fucking foreskin off? Oh, and better yet, they quoted Bible verses about Old Testament. Old Testament is not all well and good and convenient when they want it to be. Fucking Old Testament. Fuck your Old Testament. Like, this is the modern day version of this, and it's still so abhorrent. Imagine back then, with the fucking filthy ass tools they had, and the lack of knowledge of like, infections and clotting and. I mean, I guess it's passed on this far, so it pretty much must have worked to some degree. Worked. But what's crazy? I remember a few years back, in some places here, if you're an uncircumcised man, people will literally form a mob and force circumcise you. I couldn't believe my fucking eyes and my ears when I heard that. First of all, how the fuck would you even find that out? Whether or not unless I'm fucking flailing it in your face. But then, your impulse, and this is why I don't even necessarily focus on Islamic extremism as much, because that extremism exists in a lot of places. For a lot of different things. Grown fucking men gathered around to grab another fucking man against his will and force circumcise him. Force mutilate him. And they just left him afterwards, and you're like, hey, you're a man now, I guess. Like, what? You don't even give your child a chance before you fucking physically traumatize them and then mentally traumatize them afterwards? Or mentally traumatize them the whole way through? Especially the female FGM? That is the one thing on this planet that makes my blood absolutely fucking boil. Like, oh man. Oh man. What the fuck what are we doing this? Why are we doing this to these kids? Why are we doing this to people? Even in Western countries, okay, in Western countries, circumcision still happens quite a bit. But again, it depends. I don't even know how. But every time when I talk to some of my friends, they literally feel such a betrayal in that they were not consulted. I guess maybe luckily or unluckily for them, they had it done when they were infants. But they feel such a betrayal. Because it's like, if this was really so fucking important, why would you not ask me? Why would you not ask me and get my feelings about this? Oh, by the way, if you're a fucking natalist listening to this, I'm going to need you to just repeat this very simple sentence after me. Ready? My child is an individual. Could you repeat that for me without your head fucking fizzing and fucking exploding? I can't imagine. I can't imagine what goes through the mind of somebody else to be like, yeah, we kind of need to do this because the magic book said so. Or the fucking dead ancestors said so. Like, I guess you could probably get the perspective of women. I mean, women tend to say they prefer uh what was it? Was it circumcised guy? I don't know. I'm not a woman, and I am a straight man. I can assure you. Um, I can't remember which one it was, but I'm pretty sure it was the circumcised. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. You'd have to ask them. Even if that was the case, why? Even in fact, even if that's the case, wouldn't that then create the demand for circumcisions naturally, somewhat naturally or conventionally from men, without it having to be such a cultural imperative on so many of them? Like, what? In fact, it's such a telling, uh, uh, it's such a telling fact. Well, not even a fact, but it's such a telling show of natalists that a child being born gives you the license to brutalize them. And it's funny how arbitrary it is, because it's not even arbitrary. It is deliberate. Because why mutilate the genitals? Why not cut off a fucking pinky or cut off an ear, pluck an eye out? I mean, some places they remove teeth as well, but why not chop two fingers off? Why not chop a few toes off while you're at it? Why is it the most sensitive part of our human bodies, socially and biologically? It is the most, outside of our brains, obviously, our genitals are intrinsic to our identity. I know there's a lot of fucking gender ideology bullshit out here right now, and I only say it's bullshit because of how it's commercialized. I might make a video about that. But whether or not your gender fits within a certain convention, you understand that your genitals are intrinsic to you in one way or another. And yet we have so many institutions hell-bent on mutilating every set of prepubescent genitals, every subsequent generation. I'm so disgusted with humanity, man. How there is a sick fucking creator of this universe, and he decided to make me human. He decided to make a lot of us human, and we know there's no way I'm a part of this fucking species. Like, maybe I'm the demon who fucking got conscious, or I'm trapped inside of a demon. Well, what the fuck is this species, man? If you had a lens from, like, I don't know, the Milky Way, and you were looking at humanity, which I'm sure definitely there's some beings doing that right now, it's no wonder they haven't fucking contacted us. They're too busy looking at the scatterbrained fucking, the scatterbrained methods by which we just keep pushing forward to the most traumatized fucking generations. And meanwhile, once we're in another economic crisis, we are already in several economic crises, several different pandemics, fucking monkeypox, I don't know what, swine flu. I think swine flu's come back up again, right? There's all that, right? This once in a fucking century pandemic. And there's also the threat of nuclear warfare. And throughout all that, you still have people shitting out babies and physically mutilating them. and then proceeding to fucking indoctrinate them. Meet the next natalist near you, and I'm sure you're gonna meet them, and just have them repeat what I said before. Just have them repeat that simple sentence. My child is an individual. If they can't even say it, make fucking fun of them. Make fun of them. If they can't even say that, and I'm pretty sure a lot of them will say it and then be like, but what do you mean? But like, just watch them go insane about such a simple sentence like that. Yeah, I definitely had a lot on my mind today. And I think this range of time around 16 minutes is pretty good because I do like ranting. I do like the rants. I'll fucking rant. I don't care. But I also like to keep people's attention as much as possible. And I really, really do enjoy the discussions. Whether you have something positive or negative to add, it adds. It adds up. And please do comment. Please do subscribe if you haven't. Uh, did I say like? You can like, dislike, whatever. I don't care. But please do comment. Please do subscribe at least, even if you fucking hate me for some reason. Subscribe and then comment. You fucking hate me on my comments, please. I really do appreciate it. Thanks.